This is rough country, no mistake. But so far, we've seen no sign of trouble.
But the moors stretch on for many leagues. It would be easy to miss something in these rugged crags and valleys.
Let us continue the search, but be wary. More than one ranger has been lost in these wild lands.
Creatures!
Greetings, my friends. I could scarce believe what I saw from above. But elf, dwarf, and man battling the enemy together, such things are not often seen. I knew it had to be you.
Belarom, it is a strange coincidence that we should meet again so soon. I did not think to find you here in the Ettenmoors.
Nor did I. It does seem a strange coincidence, but a happy one nonetheless.
You and your kin live in the Ettenmoors.
No, we keep our areas atop the high peaks of the nearby Misty Mountains. We have come to the Ettenmoors in pursuit of Bargrassar, a wicked stone giant who has attacked us without cause.
Gandalf the Grey told us he traveled in the Ettenmoors without any trouble only a few weeks ago. But look at it now. Enemies are thicker than fleas on a warg's hide around here.
These moors are always dangerous, a breeding ground for trolls and orcs. But even here, it is unusual to see so many enemies openly assembling. The presence of Bargrassar makes them bold. They believe he will lead them to the bloodshed and plunder they crave. And it may well be, unless the giant is destroyed.
Any chance there will be more than one giant to deal with?
I do not believe so, for we have learned Bargrassar is an outcast among his own kind. They disowned him for past crimes, and will offer him no protection from our vengeance.
An enemy of yours is an enemy of ours. We'll join with you in the hunt for this giant.
Your aid would be most welcome. Together we may be able to best him. Every hour he lives, his following grows greater. Let us press on!
This will slow you down! I'll have to wait. Needs more time. After that! Possible! I'll have to wait. What have we here? Yeah. Yeah. Take some of this! Not yet. I'll have to wait. Not yet. I sense a hidden opening in this stone. Let's see if you can take me. Ah, a vein of gold. All that glitters is not gold. This is. See how you like this? I'll have to wait. Vein of gold. No sense leaving it for the orcs to find. What have we here? The glint of gold. have to wait. You fear the faces! I need help! Need more time! Their archers have the high ground. I can't do that here. The glint of gold.
Reinforcements!
Can't do that yet. We'll have to find a way through this gate.
They have trapped us!
What's that moving in the trees?
We must work together to overcome these odds.
Fight me if you dare! We can move on now.
The smell alone tells me we have found a troll's lair.
Farron, it is good to see you safely return to Imladris, and with your head still set safely upon your shoulders.
No one's happier about that than I am, lady. I've a gift for you. The items from the Ettenmoors you asked for.
Thank you. You have brought these in good time, for we have made barely enough Miravor for present need, and now there is none to spare. With these supplies, I can replace what has been given away, and as I promised, I have kept aside a flask for you. Miravor is potent. Thus, I would advise you to keep this against a time when you're sorely hurt, and your strength of will falters. Drink of it then, and you will be restored.
My thanks, Lady Arwen. I won't forget your generosity. If you pardon my saying so, you look troubled. Is something bothering you? How can I help?
You have done much already, but I will lay my problem before you. For many years, I have worked secretly upon a banner for Estelle, for Aragorn. It is my hope he will bear it triumphantly into Gondor, when the time is right for him to reclaim his heritage. This must be a banner like no other, and must endure for the ages. To that end, I am using the most precious of metals, mithril. Our most skilled smith, Angmir, has drawn mithril into thread for me. The embroidery is nearly done, but as careful as I have been, I fear what I have may not be enough to complete the design.
Mithril! That's a kingly gift indeed. But where outside the mines of Moria could more be found?
It is true, there is nowhere in Middle-earth where mithril might still be mined other than Moria. Yet in ages past, quantities of this precious metal made their way by trade and gift to many other places in the world.
Aye, there are items of mithril to be found in the vaults of the Lonely Mountain. They are among the oldest and most treasured heirlooms of my kin.
Still, it seems there is little hope that more mithril can be found in so short a time. What exists in the world is likely considered too precious to part with.
Tell me about this banner. Why is it so important to you?
It bears the symbols of Elendil, from whom Aragorn is descended. I have have embroidered upon black cloth the high crown of the kings of Numenor, and 7 stars in which I have set brilliant jewels. Below them is the White Tree of Gondor, the symbol of Aragorn's claim to the throne of that realm and all the lands of the Dunedain. With this banner go all my hopes. My hope for Estelle to help overthrow the enemy and become king, and for our long pledge of love to be fulfilled. Either our hope will come, or all hope will be lost. These things I have pondered during the many hours I have labored over this banner. There is hope in every thread, and no few tears as well.
Maybe there's something else you can use instead of mithril.
I have used both gold and mithril, but surely you, Varin, of all people, appreciate the value of mithril, or true silver. The dwarves valued it above all other metals. You know of its sheen like silver that never tarnishes, and how it is supple enough to be worked into fine thread, stronger than steel. Nothing but mithril can serve my needs.
Who's to say? What you can't have for gold or barter, you can still sometimes wring from the hands of an enemy. It'd be worth it to feel mithril in my hands, to see its beauty and strength close up. Oh, and for Aragorn's sake, of course. If I do find any, lady, it will be yours.
That is a noble offer. I would not ask you to go into such danger for this alone, for it may yet prove that I already have all that I require. Still, it would ease my mind, and I would see that you were well rewarded for your courage and generosity. May Elbereth watch over you and keep you safe.
Hello again. What can I help you with?
Those who venture into the wild must be well prepared. Examine the goods Imladris has to offer.
Ugh, the stench here is difficult to endure. Surely this is a troll's lair.
sense a weakness in this wall. I can open a way through it. Ah, a vein of gold. Don't stray too far in these caves. We'd best stick together in case of trouble. We need a little help. That hit. Not yet.
Archers ahead. Hellenian on Lima! At last, I see sunlight ahead.
Watch yourself. The big one looks dangerous. Feel the power of the dwarf! There's something hidden behind here.
Well met again, foreign lad. What can I do for you?
I've collected these gems for the elfsmith Angmir. They look good to me, but your knowledge of precious stones is far greater than mine. Will you take a look at them?
My pleasure. I always enjoy handling fine gems. Oh, yes. These are excellent stones. See here, the depth of color. The way they seem to shine with an inner light. In fact, I've a fancy to buy them from you. I never tire of collecting such stones, and I've plenty of coin in my purse. How's the weight of your own purse these days?
Your pardon, kinsman, but I don't want to disappoint the elfsmith. A promise is a promise.
Ah, well, fair enough. But the offer stands if you change your mind.
Those who venture into the wild must be well prepared. Examine the goods Imladris has to offer.
Welcome. I'm curious about those gemstones we spoke of. Has Glóin confirmed their quality?
He has. Here they are.
Ah, excellent. I will put these to good use. And since you have provided me with the materials I need to fashion more elf stones, I would be pleased if you would accept some of my already finished work. Take whichever suits you best. Hello again. What can I...
Can't do that again.
It is finished. My people are avenged.
And behold, here come your kin.
My lord.
It would appear that you have done our work for us, Belaram.
Not I, Lord Gwaihir. Your thanks belong to these three. Andriel, Farin, and Aradan. It is they who rid us of Bagrisar.
The same three that saved you at Fornost.
Indeed. A remarkable chance that we should meet again.
If chance it was, your fates seem strangely intertwined. But be that as it may, we are doubly grateful to you. First for saving the life of Belaram, and now for slaying the giant. We're glad your fallen kin have been avenged. That giant was a threat to all free folk. It's only right that we stood together to destroy him. Well spoken. But I wonder what purpose you had for coming to the Ettenmoors. This is no place for idle wandering. Elrond Half-Elven sent us. He had a feeling the enemy might be gathering here.
He also thought we might find a servant of the enemy here. A man by the name of Agandaur.
Belaram has told us of that one, but I fear you have come too late. We have searched the Ettenmoors thoroughly in our hunt for Bargazar, yet we have seen no sign of this servant of the Dark Lord. If he was here, we can be reasonably certain he is here no longer. My people will work to disperse the enemy forces that remain in the moors. We will be on guard against the return of Agandaur.
Then we should return to Elrond at Imladris. He will be anxious for news, and we have already been long away.
I will arrange for a messenger.
My lord, I owe my life to these three. And I too believe Agandaur to be a grave threat to the free peoples of the north. Eagles no less so than any other. If you would grant me leave, I wish to accompany them and aid them in their quest.
You ask a great deal, Belaram. I may have need for all my followers soon. Yet I perceive a great destiny awaits these three, and it seems you are now part of it. Very well. I will grant you permission to join with them for as long as you see fit.
Unless Belaram plans to carry his friends like sheep in his talons, he will need help. If it pleases you, my lord, I will gladly accompany them as well.
I too have a stake in this quest. Let me be the third.
So be it. 3 who cleave the air to match 3 who walk the earth. May fortune favor you all. Armanel, Baranthor, you shall be at Belaram's command. Obey his word until such time as you return to us. Now I must depart. Many forces are at work across Middle-earth, and many events take shape. I must consider what part the Eagles will play in them.
You've been a great help, as the Eagles so often are. Thanks and farewell.
You return at last. We grew concerned for you. I fear you have missed your chance to say farewell to the members of the Fellowship, for they have departed. Clearly you found danger in the Etenmoors, yet you have returned safely, and in the company of 3 of the Great Eagles, no less. There is a story behind this, and I am eager to hear it.
We found trolls and orcs preparing for war, just as we had feared. And they were led by a renegade stone giant.
He had made attacks against Gwaihir's people.
With the help of the eagle Belaram, we were able to make an end of the giant.
That was well done, but this is troubling. Why would a stone giant act in this manner? They have never been hostile to free folk before.
We took these tokens from some of our fallen foes.
Some of them bear the Black Raven emblem of Agandaur.
Then we can be certain he is behind the giant's descent into evil. But there are also other tokens here I recognize. These are the marks of the orcs of Mount Gundabad, far to the north.
Mount Gundabad? What do you know of that place?
It is a great peak that stands far to the north, at the meeting point of the Misty Mountains and the Grey Mountains. Once, Gundabad was a delving of the dwarves, but it was abandoned long ago. It has since become a stronghold of the orcs. It would be hard-pressed to find a more dangerous location in all the north.
Maybe Agandaur is hiding out there, at Gundabad.
It may well be. From Mount Gundabad, the orcs have many tunnels and secret pathways connecting the hidden mines and orc holes of the Misty Mountains. The orcs can move along those routes in great numbers without being seen. If Agandaur is raising an army to fight for his master in the north, it is certain he will have traveled to Gundabad. The evidence you have uncovered confirms this to be so, yet we have no way of knowing if he is there still.
Perhaps not, but we should not sit idle waiting for him to begin the war on his terms. At the very least, we might learn what the orcs are planning.
To walk into such an orc-infested pit as Mount Gundabad would seem like folly. But you have proven your skill and daring many times over. And too, you have the Eagles to aid you. It may be that you will find a way to take the enemy by surprise. It is certain that, were you to destroy Agandaur, you would cut the heart from Sauron's plan to make war in the north.
Agandaur is building up a lot of force. I'll wager Rivendell will be his first target. Maybe you will have need of us here.
If you cut the head from a serpent, the body dies thrashing. It may still do great harm in its death throes, yet it will die. Your mission may well be our best hope. Destroy Agandaur and you will cut the head from the serpent that threatens the north.
But what about Frodo? Maybe we'd be better off doing something to help him on his quest.
That die is cast. We must abide the consequences, for good or ill. There is nothing more we here can do but to look to our own defense.
What will you do?
We will continue to plan for the defense of Imladris. The enemy will not find us unprepared. I will send warnings to such allies as we have. There is strength to be found in Imladris still, but in truth, you 3 may be our best hope.
Oh, well, then since you put it that way, I guess we best be about it. We're off to Mount Gundabad.
Your courage is commendable, but be certain you are well prepared. Mount Gundabad will not be forgiving of the unwary. Farewell, and may the stars shine upon your path.
Hello again. What can I help you with? It is a fine day for flying, don't you think?
Great eagles are no beasts of burden, Baron Thor. Are you sure you're willing to keep carrying us?
I am more than willing. I had long begged the Windlord for a chance to prove myself. I don't fear orc, goblin, or troll. Let's return to the air and put fear into the hearts of our enemies. It is a grand adventure.
Is Balaram your kin?
No, but he has always guided me. Balaram taught me tricks of the air and secrets of the wind. We often hunt together. He's shown me the fine art of snatching a wild sheep from the side of a mountain, and how to dive upon a wolf and pluck hairs from its tail. Wherever Balaram leads, I will follow.
Would you be one of the eagles that carried Bilbo and the dwarves to safety during their quest?
I haven't met Bilbo, though I've heard much about him. My father was one of those who carried a dwarf, and later fought in the Battle of 5 Armies. I was considered too young and inexperienced to take part in the battle. I have much to do if I'm to match my father's fame and valor.
What can you tell me about Mount Gundabad?
I've never been there, but I know it's a high peak that lies far to the north, on the edge of the frozen wastes, and that it has long been infested with orcs. We do not nest there. When the north wind blows across the wastes, it racks the mountain with blizzards driven by fierce gales. But I will not be daunted by the north wind.
I am grateful to you, valiant dwarf. Even our high areas were threatened by the giant Bargrasar. You have my thanks.
It was our pleasure. Bargrazar had to go, for the sake of all the folk of the north.
Yes, he was a threat that had to be removed. I wish I had arrived sooner so I could have aided in his destruction, as I so burned to do. But I will not begrudge you this great deed. I have seldom seen man, elf, or dwarf show such courage and skill. Together you will do much good, and next time I will be there to do what I can. Well met again, valiant dwarf.
You eagles will be a great help to us, that's certain. But I'm curious why you volunteered to join with us.
It was enough for me that Balaram wished to join you. But there is also this. One of the eagles the stone giant slew was my own father. You avenged him, and for that act alone I would bear any of you to the farthest ends of Middle-earth. And though Bargrasar is gone, I still burn with the need for vengeance against the master that sent him against us, Agandar. Your enemy is my enemy. I will not rest until he is brought down.
I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about your leader, Gwaihir.
Gwaihir is the Lord of the Eagles. He can outfly the North Wind, and his word is law. Long ages of the world have passed since ancient Thorondor, first and greatest of Eagle Lords, soared over Middle-earth. But Gwaihir is the mightiest descendant of that line. He is wise and sees much that others miss.
Were you one of the eagles that came to our aid at the Battle of 5 Armies?
I was there. I saw the goblins that had stealthily climbed the slopes of the mountain to attack your people from above. and was among those who set upon them and cast them from the cliffs to perish.
By my beard, you might be the very eagle that saved me that day. Those blasted goblins were throwing boulders down on us.
If so, I am glad. Let all the foul servants of the enemy meet the same fate, and I will be content.
We're bound for Mount Gundabad, a long way from the sound of it. Are you ready for such a trip?
We are strong and rested. Balaram awaits you whenever you wish to depart. He is our leader in this venture.
Those who venture into the wild must be well prepared. Examine the goods Imladris has to offer.
Gundabad awaits us.
It's a terrible, dangerous thing we're asking of you. Maybe we're asking too much.
I believe this is the time when all who care for the fate of Middle-earth must act. From on high, I see many lands and many people beneath my wings. In my own way, I am a steward of the North. In this hour, I will join with those who are bold enough and strong enough to stand against the likes of Agandar. For if we fail, there may be nothing left to watch over.
It's a great honor you do us, Balaram. I'll treasure your friendship more than gold or jewels.
It is I who am honored. I am pleased to find such friends in these dark times. You may depend on me to the end, whatever that may be. Call upon me without hesitation. We stand ready to bear you to Gundabad.
It's a fine thing your friends have done, offering to help us and all. But do you think they really know what they've gotten themselves into? What can you tell me about them?
Armanel is a seasoned warrior. He knows full well what he faces, and accepts it gladly. Baranthor is young, and eager to prove himself. But he has deep courage, and few can match his swiftness on the wing. But you need not take my word. Ask them yourself. They will gladly speak with you if you so desire.
It was good of Gwaihir to give you leave to help us. It's unusual for the Lord of Eagles to concern himself with us ground dwellers.
It is true, Gwaihir thinks first of the safety of his own kind, and he is more likely to take a dangerous task upon himself than to send another. He sees us as observers, watching from high above, but holding aloof from the affairs of the earth. He feels we should bear information, not burdens. Even now, the Windlord is considering what part the Great Eagle should play in the events that lie before us, though there may be little time left to ponder such things.
What'll be waiting for us at Mount Gundabad?
I can tell you little. The stronghold of Gundabad is carved into a great mountain peak covered in snow and ice. We rarely fly that far north because of the treacherous winds and blizzards that howl from the frozen wastes beyond. It is an ancient abode of enemies, and we must approach it with the greatest caution.
Maybe we've bitten off more than we can chew. What chance do you think we have?
3 alone cannot hope to stand against all the orcs of Gundabad. Only stealth will serve you. We must search out a secret way that will not pit you directly against your foes, or you will stir up a hornet's nest such as you cannot imagine. I have seen you 3 triumph against desperate odds. If you cannot find a way, then no one can. My companions and I will be there to help as best we may, but once you enter the confines of Gundabad, there will be little that we can do.
We'll keep that in mind. Farewell for now. I hope we reach our destination soon, or this weather may prove more deadly than the orcs.
Take heart. We are nearly there, and this snowfall will hide us from the eyes of the enemy below.
Balaram, look! Above the mountain!
Set us down. We can attempt to find a way into the mountain under cover of this storm.
There is little chance of that, with those creatures keeping watch from above. Once we land you, my comrades and I will draw off the beasts.